Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It's Sunday the 3rd of May 2026. I'm going to do you guys a collective general love tarot reading. So please take what resonates and leave what does not. It is a collective reading, so it will not resonate for all of you. Okay, for Virgo, what messages do we have in love for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know when it comes to love? Messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo. So, straight off, we've got the 8 of Wands. Some sort of quick action, quick communication, or lots of communication back and forth. Or just taking some quick, fiery kind of action towards something, towards someone. One from the bottom of the deck. 6 of Swords in reverse. So, you may have been resistant in some sort of transition or ending. Some of you might be resisting an ending or moving on from something or someone. Perhaps you're about to, or you've just made a quick decision, or a quick decision to do something about it, to stop the resistance from moving on in some way, or stop yourself from moving on or moving forward in some way. Or there could have been some sort of communication that's come in, or that's coming in, that will stop you from moving on, that will make you hold on a minute before sort of leaving, moving on in some way from whatever it is. Could be some, okay, I'm getting some sort of communication perhaps between you and someone. Maybe someone's asking you to wait, not to move on, not to leave, to hold back, to hold fire. Perhaps someone's trying to stop you leaving or ending something, or someone's blocking you in some way, or trying to block you or stop you. What other messages do we have for Virgo in love? Death. Ah, there you go. Well, that confirms it, doesn't it? So there is an ending, or there's trying to be an ending, or something's come to an end, or someone's trying to end something and someone's trying to stop that from happening, or you're holding yourself back from happening. Perhaps you're trying to talk it out, or trying to, maybe something's come to a head and there's some fast communication. Perhaps someone's panicking about something, I don't know, but there's a definite ending here that has happened, or that sort of someone's resisting from happening, and there's some sort of quick decision, or someone's decided to end something quite abruptly and someone's trying to stop it. I'm getting that quite heavy for someone. So what else do we have for Virgo in love? What else do we have for Virgo in love? Messages for Virgo in love. Judgment in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Judgment in reverse. There's some sort of healing, some sort of awakening that someone needs to come to, or there's some sort of healing that needs to take place, or something that needs to happen that's not happening. Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone's doubtful, or they're lacking confidence to do something, or there's someone that's being a little bit of a drama queen or a drama king. Someone that's being a bit unpredictable in their actions, in their emotions. Perhaps there's been some conflict, some arguments, perhaps. I'm getting that someone's seeking attention. Someone's being an attention seeker. Someone's trying to stop you, or someone's trying to stop something from ending, and they're kind of being a bit dramatic about it, I'm getting. Or someone's holding themselves back from moving forward in some way because they're lacking confidence, or they're fearful, or they're doubting themselves. Or there's some sort of healing that's not taking place, and that's bringing an ending forward. Let's see what these could be about. Let's start with the majors. No, actually, let's go in the order that they came out. So why is the Eight of Wands here for Virgo in love? Two of Pentacles. So that's about harmony, balance, having, well, prioritizing your priorities, managing your time. Could be something to do with money, stability here. Possibly a choice to be made in order to bring some harmony and balance to a situation, a connection, whatever it is. Someone's busy, overwhelmed, you know, struggling to keep everything in order, keep all them plates spinning, keep things running in an orderly fashion. And someone's maybe making some quick fired decision that something's got to be done here. Something's got to change to bring order, harmony, balance and peace. What's that that's just come out? Six of Pentacles in reverse. Someone's being a bit stingy, are they? Or someone's being a bit one-sided. Someone's holding back or not giving. Someone feels like there's something here. Someone's dealing with a lot of responsibilities here and they feel it's an unequal exchange. Someone's not pulling their weight here, not making an effort, or someone's being a bit stingy with money, perhaps. So, Six of Swords in reverse energy. Why is the Six of Swords here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Six of Swords, we got the Fool in reverse. Okay, so there you go. Someone's holding themselves back from some sort of beginning or going forward. Someone hasn't got the confidence, or they're doubtful, or there's some sort of overthinking here about, well, moving on, having a new beginning. Someone's holding themselves back, or someone doesn't want to make a foolish decision. They're cautious, they've got a bit of doubt, they're not trusting the way forward, or someone has made a reckless, foolish decision. Sorry if you can hear voices in the background. My son is home and he's talking to one of his friends. If he gets too loud, I will have to mother him, lay the law down. Right, so yeah, so someone's definitely resisting going forward in some way, or someone's being held back from going forward in some way. Why is death here for Virgo in love? What does Virgo need to know about death when it comes to love? Eight of Cups. Well, so there's a very big ending here that's coming, it seems. Or someone's very much holding themselves back from an ending, or someone's being held back from ending something. Someone wants to end something, but they're fearful, they're doubtful. They're fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of transition. And it's keeping them held back. This is very repetitive energy. Who's on the cusp of maybe making a rather big and grand decision and they're fearing it? One of you are. Right, Judgment. Why is Judgment here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. There's one moment, please. Sorry about that. Right, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's something here that's been sort of going on a while. Someone's been very patient, very persistent, consistent, holding on, being supportive, patient, waiting. And someone's getting bored of doing the same old thing, going around in the same old rut. Perhaps this is day-to-day stuff. Perhaps this is to do with money, job, paying the bills, doing the day-to-day, or dealing with the day-to-day responsibilities. And someone's, well, feeling a bit bored of it just being the same thing day in, day out, or going around in circles. Someone's fed up with being the one to deal with everything, to prioritize everything. Perhaps when it comes to money and, you know, house, home, money, bills, work, children perhaps, or whatever it is, the day-to-day tasks, and someone's just getting a bit bored of, well, doing the same thing every day, Groundhog Day kind of a feeling. Why is the Queen of Wands here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? What does Virgo need to know about the Queen of Wands in love? The Devil. Okay, so someone's stuck in a rut, or stuck in some sort of unhealthy lifestyle, attachment, habit. There's an unhealthy, someone's got a hold on them, negative or unhealthy, something that's holding them back, or someone's got a lot of worry, a lot of fear, or there's a temptation here, something or some sort of addiction or obsession. Could be to do with money. Someone could have some sort of unhealthy spending habits, or, you know, going shopping too much, or eating out too much, or whatever it is. I've got an energy here of there is a money issue here for someone. Someone's kind of spending too much money on something, and they're not prioritizing the bills or their priorities or things that need to be taken care of. There's someone here that knows something isn't good for them. It's keeping them stuck in a rut, and they need to detach themselves from it. But they're very resistant from detaching from this, because it's devil energy. It's a heavy hold. It's a consuming hold. It's something that really blocks them, holds them back, keeps them held. Okay, it's something internally, a dark shadow side. It's a battle. Something is a battle. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles in reverse energy. Why is it here for Virgo in love? The Four of Cups in reverse energy. So someone's trying to get out of victim mentality, or sort of someone's accepting something or someone for the way it is, for the way they are. Someone's trying to move on, accept something, kind of think a bit more positively, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Someone's opening up to new, or trying to open up to new possibilities, a more positive way of thinking. I'm getting a very unhealthy, negative mindset here. Unhealthy thought processes, overthinking. Someone gets very overwhelmed very easily. There's someone here that's very bored of being stuck or being held back, but they're not making the change that needs to be made in order to go forwards. Tell me about the Devil. Why is the Devil here for Virgo in love? What does Virgo need to know about the Devil when it comes to love? Queen of Swords. So cutting through the nonsense, getting some clarity, truth. Perhaps, yeah, a decision that needs to be made, a choice that needs to be made. Someone's very held back from making a choice, but there's a Queen of Swords here, and she's kind of like no nonsense. She cuts through nonsense, she finds clarity, she finds truth. She doesn't deal in bullshit, the Queen of Swords. She's straight up, forward, logic, no messing, no messing around. So I'm not quite sure why she's here yet. Someone's trying to be logical, trying to make a head over heart decision, or think logically, trying to make sense of something, get something in order, get some structure and some sort of perspective on something, clear thinking. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Virgo in love? Seven of Pentacles. So waiting on something to become tangible. You've planted some seeds, invested in something, or there's something to do with money. Perhaps you've kind of invested some money somewhere on something and you're waiting to see some sort of results. There's time here, there's money, there's a waiting energy, there's prioritizing, there's responsibilities, some sort of action that needs to be taken that someone's holding back from taking because they're fearful of an ending or not wanting to end something, but they're getting bored of doing the same old thing. Why is the Fool here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Ten of Swords. So someone feels betrayed, wounded, hurt. Someone's at rock bottom. Is someone at rock bottom because of money worries, money issues? Has someone taken some sort of gamble on an investment, a money investment, and they've been sort of stabbed in the back? Someone's been stabbed in the back. Someone's been hurt. Someone's been disappointed. Someone made a foolish decision, perhaps, and it's betrayed them. It's stabbed them in the back. Or someone's made a foolish decision before and they don't want to make a foolish decision again. Someone invested in something, went towards something, someone, and it betrayed them. They betrayed them. Perhaps went behind their back, stabbed them in the back in some way. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Virgo in love? Judgment. So, all right, someone was holding themselves back from ending something and they were resistant. They might have gone back to it, but someone's been betrayed in the past and they kind of was resistant from ending something. They were kind of holding on, and I'm thinking that someone's been betrayed again. They've held on, they've waited, they've been patient, but someone's been betrayed again, stabbed in the back again. And now they've made the judgment call because there's death, the Eight of Cups, and judgment. Okay. So someone's definitely walking away, closing a chapter, ending something because they're fed up of being betrayed and going round in the same negative patterns, doing the same thing and winding up being disappointed, stabbed in the back and being left at rock bottom. I was going to say being left to rot. That's quite a harsh, extreme way of saying it, but perhaps that's a message for someone. There's the Eight of Wands again. That's very quick. That's swift action. It's like there's been a shift in someone's energy. Someone's just kind of woken up here and like sort of cut it off. That's it. It's done. No more of this. Done. Alright, why is the Knight of Pentacles here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for Virgo in love? King of Pentacles. Someone is making a sensible decision with regards to their stability. Someone's sort of making a grounded, mature, sensible decision. They're kind of fed up being in a connection, a situation where there's no change, or they're feeling very betrayed by someone. Perhaps you've got a King of Pentacles in your energy. There's a Queen of Swords, a King of Pentacles. Perhaps you're connected to someone who's sort of in a reverse Knight of Pentacles energy. And you're looking for a King of Pentacles, but this could be you, Virgo. You're kind of was stuck in a rut and now you've kind of transitioned from a Knight of Pentacles to a King of Pentacles. You're kind of going forward. You're getting yourself out of a rut. You're getting yourself unstuck from this unhealthy attachment, whatever it was. And you're becoming solid and you're becoming stable and you're grounding yourself and you're kind of looking after yourself, bringing your own stability. Why is the Eight of Wands here twice for Virgo in love. What does Virgo need to know about the Eight of Wands in love? The Magician in reverse. So someone could be feeling manipulated. Someone feels like they've been betrayed. Yeah, manipulated. Someone who hasn't had their best interests at heart. Or someone could have been very doubtful about making a decision, but I'm getting the feeling that someone is now seeing clearly and they know what it is that they've got to do, because they feel betrayed and manipulated by someone. Why is Judgment here twice for Virgo in love? What does Virgo need to know about Judgment in love? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, an opportunity either with money or something to do with stability. I'm getting it's money. Someone made an investment, some sort of financial investment into something or someone, or perhaps gave someone money or something like that, and they sort of betrayed them. Or if this is to do with business, someone sort of, you know, proceeded towards a business venture and it kind of backfired. I'm also getting someone invested time, effort, perhaps emotion towards someone, and they didn't get the same in return, and they kind of held on, but they weren't seeing any return or like fair exchange here. Something that was very one-sided. Why is the Magician here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Ten of Wands in reverse, yeah. Dropping the burden, the one-sided burden. Someone's been carrying something for quite a while. Carrying a burden, a one-sided burden, doing all the work, making all the effort, and they're dropping it. They're thinking, why am I carrying all this weight when it's, you know, not my weight to carry? Why am I doing all this work? Why am I making all this effort when I'm not getting any effort back? Why am I the one doing everything and, you know, no one's helping me? Why am I the one doing all the housework? Why am I the one paying all the bills and no one's doing their fair share or equal share? I'm not doing this on my own. You know. Or someone's been betrayed one too many times and they've had it. And dropping the wands, they're going all over the place, and someone's just walking away, leaving it. Someone's dropping the wands and leaving them for someone else to clean up for a change, because someone's fed up with carrying and cleaning up all the wands. If you get what I'm trying to say. Ten of Swords. Why is the Ten of Swords here for Virgo in love? Knight of Wands in reverse, yeah. Someone's unpredictable, non-committal, very flitty, someone's not good for someone here. They're not stable, they're not grounded, they're kind of in their fiery energy, or perhaps they're all about the fire and desire and passion and all that, but they're not really putting in effort towards anything else. There's nothing long-term here. Possibly a huge temptation. Someone's been, you know, the devil energy is there. Someone's been very tempted or held back or held by someone. Perhaps somewhat consumed and obsessed by someone, but they're kind of seeing clearly now. Someone was looking for something a bit more long-term, and someone was only interested in the short-term, short fixes, you know, instant highs. It was, you know, someone wanted to roll around in the sheets, but they weren't looking to walk down the aisle, that sort of energy. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Why is he here for Virgo in love? Nine of Pentacles, yep. Someone's getting out of dodge, they're getting out of the way, they're concentrating on themselves, they're looking after themselves, they're looking after their own interests, their abundance, their stability, their money. And it can also, as well, I'm getting that someone here is, yeah, it's good to focus on yourself and look after yourself. But I'm also getting here that someone only looks after their own interests. Someone's very self-absorbed. Someone's very, you know, only interested in what they want when they're interested in it, and they're not interested in what anyone else wants, kind of thing. I'm getting someone that's very me, that kind of energy. But I'm also getting the energy of, yeah, someone that's just becoming, looking after themselves, sort of getting out of a one-sided situation where they're not getting back what they're given, and they're thinking, sod this, I'm going to look after number one. I'm number one from now on. So, Four of Cups. Why is it here for Virgo in love? The Lovers in reverse. There you go, confirmation. Realising when someone's not aligned for you, aligned with you, someone hasn't got your same long-term vision, long-term plan, someone who doesn't want the same things as you. You know, someone wants to buy a house, someone wants to live in a tent, you know, someone wants to get married, someone don't want a long-term commitment. Someone that's, I don't know, someone likes bread and someone prefers crackers. I don't know where all these mad little comparisons are coming from, but just bear with me, Virgo. I probably had too much caffeine today. But yeah, someone's making a decision. And I think someone realises that someone, I'm not going to say that someone's not good for them, because I don't want to paint the other person in a bad light, but perhaps that's the case. So we'll do a more politically correct saying, and we'll say someone who's not aligned with them. Someone is realising that someone is not aligned with them. They're not the best fit, not the one for them. Yeah? Seven of Pentacles. Why is it here for Virgo in love? Seven of Wands in reverse. Laying the guard down, putting it down, letting go of the wands, letting them drop to the floor. Defeated, deflated, I'm done. I'm not persisting with this anymore. I'm not standing up for this anymore. I'm not fighting for this anymore. I'm done. You do whatever it is you want to do. I'm going to go and look after myself from now on. Because I've sort of looked after you enough, tried to give you time, effort, energy, whatever it is. You've given me absolutely nothing. I'm gone. See you later. I'm going to put all that time, effort, investment, emotion, love, nurturing, and all that good stuff into myself. Queen of Swords. There's that no-nonsense energy. Queen of Swords. Why is she here for Virgo in love? The Hierophant. So, yeah, I mean, that could be, from what I've just said, someone's committing to themselves. Committed to looking after themselves. Or there's someone here that is looking for a higher level of commitment. Someone wants something long-term. Someone wants something consistent, reliable, mutual, balanced. Someone is making a judgment call on themselves and what it is and who it is they commit themselves to. Someone here could be looking for some sort of spiritual guidance, a way forward. Someone could be listening to the spiritual guidance that they are being given. Someone here could be already committed, already married, perhaps, you know, being a bit stuck in a rut. Perhaps someone's not receiving, perhaps someone's in a marriage and sort of they're doing the brunt of the work, the chores, the time, the investment, the paying the bills, doing the work, you know, and someone's not really doing their fair share and someone's getting fed up of it and thinking, well, do I want to be married to this person for much longer? You know, it's a bit harsh, but that's life, isn't it? It's all very well, marriage is one thing, but committing to each other and getting on with the day-to-day stuff, that's an entirely different thing. Pulling together as a team and all that, it takes work. It takes work. Right. So, why is the Lovers here in reverse for Virgo when it comes to love? Seven of Wands. Who's being defensive? Who's being defensive? Or someone's putting their guard up. Someone's setting some boundaries. Someone's setting some boundaries where perhaps they didn't have those boundaries before and let someone sort of take advantage of them. Someone's putting their boundaries up. Someone's putting their defences up. They're saying, no, 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 you're not getting over this boundary. You are not crossing this line. You're not, you know, if this ain't going to be an equal thing, if you're not going to give to me what I'm giving to you, you may not cross the boundary. You may not get over the wall. No, this is a no entry point. Right. Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm always keen to know about a Knight of Wands in reverse. Why is the Knight of Wands here in reverse energy for Virgo in love? Oh, 2 wanted to come out. I'll take them. What we got here? The 7 of Swords and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Are you dealing with something or someone a little bit sneaky, Virgo? Have you got a Knight of Wands in your energy who's a bit of a player and a bit of a sneaky so-and-so? Someone who's being defensive, got their guard up, being a little bit shifty with you, being a bit confusing, not giving you any clarity, not giving you any truth. Someone who's trying to get away with something, or thinks they're getting away with something, but you actually see what it is they're trying to get away with quite clearly. Yeah. Why is the Hierophant here for Virgo in love? The Emperor. I'm getting for someone here is connected to someone who's a bit older than them or a bit younger than them. But I'm getting more the sense that someone's connected to someone that's a bit older than them. There's a difference, or an age difference, a background difference. Or there's someone here that, yeah, they're just creating order and structure. They're making a decision. They're taking their power back. They're sitting back on their throne. And they're saying, I'm not dealing with this nonsense anymore. Job done. You know. 10 of Wands. Reverse energy. Why is it here for Virgo in love? Death. Yes. Yes, we've gathered that. Yeah. Yeah, there's an ending, dropping the wands, not dealing right. So the energy's repeating itself now. Alright, I want to know about that 7 of Swords though. Obviously. Why is the 7 of Swords here for Virgo in love? Let's go one from the bottom, as it's the 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Chariot in reverse. What one's that? The 8, yeah. Someone's putting in effort, or has been, they're wondering why they're not seeing anything coming back. You may be asking this person, you know, well, why isn't this going forward? Or why isn't this changing? Or why isn't this changing for the better? Why is this, you know, whatever this is, why is it happening the way it's happening? And someone's like, well, not really giving you a straight answer. Something's not really going in a clear direction. And someone's not really sort of, they're a bit here, there and everywhere. They're a bit shifty, but they can't really tell you why there's no clear direction or progression here, and why they're not really giving you a straight answer. Why is the Ace of Swords here for Virgo in love? 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. You're trying to communicate. This is something that's been on and off, going round in circles. Is it, Virgo? Have you been in this rut for a while? Please tell me why death is here twice for Virgo. Is there anything more about death that we need to know for Virgo when it comes to love? Is there any final important messages that you want to give to Virgo about death when it comes to love? Hierophant again. 10 of Cups in the upright. Justice. Wow. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. Someone's choosing to be fair to themselves. There's an ending here because someone wants a happy ever after. Someone wants a commitment. Someone wants to be happy with someone that wants to be happy with them. They want something long-term, committed, good. You know, something that you're connected with someone here that's not giving you what you want. and you were being unfair to yourself by carrying on with this person because you know you weren't going to get what you wanted with them. And you've probably hung around for longer than you needed to, or you've probably given yourself a bit of a talking to because you know you shouldn't have been hanging around for as long as you did. And you did, but you've learned, this ain't going nowhere, I'm off, because I want the Ten of Cups and the Hierophant, and I'm going to be fair to myself, give myself justice, and I'm going to just toddle off and go and find that for myself. So let's get one from the top of each deck. King of Wands in the upright, Six of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in the upright, there's the clarity. The Fool in the upright, there's a new beginning, hurrah. Six of Swords in the upright, you're going. Page of Wands, up for anything, not particularly sure in which direction he's going. Ten of Pentacles, ultimate stability, commitment, family, money. Six of Swords, oh, you're gone. You're definitely going. You're definitely done. Should I put these into their suits, Virgo? Or are we done? Are we done? Well, I'm a curious kind of a cat. I'll put them into their suits. One moment. Virgo. I see someone here. Possibly you. Probably you. You've taken a while to get to this point. I think you've gone back to this person a couple of times. Quite a few times, actually. They've had quite a hold on you. Been quite a temptation. There's a lot of wand energy here. A lot of fiery, passionate, kind of impulsive energy. But there's also a lot of burden here. Someone here, someone here likes attention. And I think it's the person you were dealing with. Knight of Wands in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse. There's an issue here of not being seen, not getting recognition, not getting the same amount of effort and love that you've invested in this person. I'm also getting someone... There's something here about someone is sneaky. Someone thinks they're not being seen, but I think you see them quite clearly. I think that you possibly went back to this person a few times, but I think now you're at the point where this is done. You've gone back you've hung around, waited to see if things would change, see if this person would sort of settle and become, you know, a King of Pentacles. Or a King of Wands in the positive aspect of being clear-cut, making a decision, going forward and being on the same page as you. I think you waited to see if that person would be that person. They're not. And you're done with it. You're going to find your happiness. And I think your Ten of Cups for the moment, Virgo, is your own happiness, is your own fulfillment, is your own alignment, coming into alignment with yourself, not giving everything to a connection that's not giving you anything back. I think you ignored the judgment call for a while. I think the universe, I think spirit's been, I think your intuition has been sort of saying to you, what are you doing? You know, why'd you keep going back to this? Why'd you keep doing this? Why'd you keep doing this to yourself? Why'd you keep doing yourself an injustice? Why are you being unfair to yourself being in this? And I think it took you a while to get to this point, but I think you're at the point now where it's like, sod this, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't care how tempting you are, how passionate it is. You know, I'm getting something that was quite passionate, you know, intense, possibly quite physical, quite sexual, that sort of thing. And I say it in that way, obviously, because I don't want to get in trouble saying the actual word, which nothing wrong with saying that word, but YouTube doesn't like it. So yeah, I think you're choosing yourself, Virgo. And I don't think you've done it selfishly. I think you've done it selflessly for yourself. And I think it's been a long time coming. So good for you, Virgo. Good for you. Keep walking to your Ten of Cups. Keep walking towards the rainbow. And I think with every step that you take, life will become that bit better for you. You're number one, Virgo. Keep going. Thank you for tuning in. That's your reading. If it helped, if it resonated, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you would like more readings from me, please click the bell at the top of my page and you will get a notification when I next do a reading, and you can listen to me babble on for another 40 minutes or so. Good luck, best wishes, lots of love. Until next time, Virgo. Bye-bye.